All right, expedition. So we have level 1 and we have level 2. That looks like a handsome individuals. The enemies have 1 to 2 abilities. There is no penalty to strength. We get bonus resources. We double the amount of resources we can carry. And enemies get slightly stronger. And we have a new mysterious enemy to fight. But we also unlock chrono crystals, swamps, and villages. I believe I want villages. Even though that puts me over my cap. I am half tempted to get rid of Oblivion. So what do these other things do? Swamp. Spawns a mosquito every 3 days. All healing effects are lethal here, except for the potions. They're still on your side. Crystals that are able to refract not only the light of the rising sun, but the passage of dawn itself. Double the effects of a day's passing on the tiles around it. What does that do for me? Just like increase the amount of, I guess, double the effect of a day's passing on the tiles around it. I guess you could like surround it with meadows to double the effects of the meadows. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go. Got some basic gear. Ooh. I got poisoned by that slime. Corrosive Structure. Each attack lowers target's defense by 0.3 until the end of battle. Huh. So does that stack? I guess it does. Good to know, I guess. Dink? Shapeless Mass. Orb of Unity. So 10 Shapeless Masses turned into an Orb of Unity. I have a Blood Grove that I can't drop. I have a mountain. Let's put the mountain over here. And I have a meadow. I don't really have a use for any of those things right now. There's another meadow. I could really use something to spawn enemies, game. That would be great. More rocks and meadows? Apparently this time we're just going to be fighting slimes. There we go, there's a cemetery. Guess we could put it there. Actually, I should have put it down here somewhere. Should have put it closer to the start. But I also don't really think it matters too much because it's going to take like 3 days to spawn a skeleton anyway. There's a village. Heals 25 HP upon entering. Gives you a quest. We don't really need the healing, but I did want to see what the quest does, because I don't remember. There's a grove. There we go. We'll put a beacon there. I don't really know if that's... I still don't know. I don't know how I feel about the beacons. I don't. They feel a bit odd to me. Well, if we ever get a vault, we'll be able to open it almost immediately. Ooh. Quest goal, 200 HP? I don't know how I feel about that game. What do I get for defeating it? What? What did I get for defeating it? Nothing? I guess the game cheered for me. That's something. Doesn't say anything changes in the village. Bleeding. 20% chance to cause bleeding that deals 8 damage. Huh. Boy, this is, this stage 2 is no joke, huh? We will get some healing from the village, so that's good. Man, we've gotten, like, no equipment. Oh, there we go. There's some equipment. Oh, maybe that was our quest reward. I mean, I guess that would make sense, right? You'd have to go back... You gotta go back to the quest giver to get a reward, yeah? I guess that makes sense. Battlefield, we'll plop a battlefield there. Spider cocoon? I'm a little bit nervous about putting more stuff over here. Let's put it here, I guess. Gives us something to do in this area other than fighting slimes. Speaking of slimes, we could really use a treasury. And maybe some better equipment. Trusty travel companion. Heals you by 4% HP when your life is in danger. The fewer you have, the more you cherish them. 2 charges left. Are they automatically used? I can't interact with them in any way, so I'm guessing yes? Do I want the block of stats or do I want the evasion? I think we go with the block of stats for now. Ooh. That's definitely better. Attack speed and evasion. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's a lot of spiders. I don't know if I like that. 5% chance to immobilize target with web instead of attacking. That's actually really annoying. It takes up an attack to get out of that webbing. That makes the spiders pretty dangerous then, yeah? Okay, fair enough. Speaking of pretty dangerous, that spider's pretty dangerous. Well, we got it, though. I really wish the game would be generous and give me a vault, though. I have all these nice, lovely meadows to put around it. That's not a vault, that's a mountain. The heck? Oh, so the smithy acts as like a level up system. 35% chance to perform a counterattack during an evade. You'll get a new choice of 3 traits. Doesn't cost a trait point. Each time the hero passes through a tile, he will heal for 0.5 times the loop HP for each non-road tile around it. I mean, I kind of like the idea of that, but I don't... So, like, when it says non-road tiles, I assume... Here, let's finish this fight. So, like, this is a road tile. These are road tiles. So, like, I would get 0.5 times the loop. So, currently we're on loop 4. So 0.5 times 4 would be 2. So we would get 2 HP for every tile around the road. That's not a road. So if we moved here, we would get 4 points? 4 HP? And then 2, 2, 2, 4. Maybe it would just be 2 or 2... 4. I don't know. I don't know if diagonals count for the loop. That's not really a lot of HP, but it could add up in some of these areas, like over here. The other option is 35% chance to perform a counterattack during an evade, which we only have an 8% evasion right now. Let's try Surveyor. Maybe that'll give us a better idea of how adjacency works in this game. Okay, so I should get 4 HP when we move to this tile, right? No, I only gained 2. Summons bats after health drops below 50%. All other creatures without this ability get the ringing in the ears debuff. I hate that. Also, am I just gonna die here? No, I think I'll be okay. I'm okay. What if we put a vampire mansion over here? Why not? That vampirism. Is that worth losing the damage? Maybe. Let's drop some of these meadows. I can't put meadows next to the road. So I should get 2, 4. No, I only got 2. So it doesn't actually count tiles you build onto the road. It only counts tiles around it. Okay, that's significantly less exciting. Significantly so. The heck? Huh. We might die here. No, we're okay. Do I want to try for another loop, though? I feel like nothing's spawning. Nothing good is spawning. I really wish I could have gotten a treasury. We have so much stuff for treasuries. We do have 2 Oblivions. We could just delete enemies if we think we can't handle it. We would have to predict that we can't handle it, though. Whatever. Let's try it. Why not? Another Vampire Mansion? I wonder if Vampire Mansions stack. That's literally a worse shield. That's actually much better. Like, if I put another Vampire Mansion here, are we going to start fighting, like, double vampires in this area? Maybe. Okay, there's our quest reward. That is very underwhelming. I think it's technically worth it. We have slightly less damage, but almost 20% counter. Seems really good. I don't know. And we can just plop another beacon there, I guess. Those spiders are very unpleasant. Funnily enough, the maddening noises also affects the vampire and the spider. So maybe it's not terrible bad. But I am going to Oblivion that. Oh, I thought the harpy was there. Well, womp womp, I guess. Okay. If that's the case, I'll Oblivion that. Oh no. Oh no, it's gonna have a vampire too? Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. I'm gonna die here. That's gonna be my first death. You died in battle. Death does not favor the fallen, but it made a little exception for you. I keep 30% of all resources found. So I do keep some resources. So that's good. I'm alive? But how? Thanks to us, a small group of us dragged you back here. It wasn't easy. I thought you were afraid to leave because it was gonna make you disappear or something. How did you fight off all those monsters? They nearly killed me. That's also interesting. Many of them were vanishing right before our eyes. Some we managed to avoid. But I think most of the monsters were gone before we left camp. I think your trips are deeply connected to your memory, my friend. It all fades away as soon as you space out for long enough. I can't afford anything. Okay, well, I guess we're going on another expedition then. What's this button? The heck is this? Huh? These are just traits that I can learn, I guess? Huh. Okay. Wonder if I should go back and farm chapter 1 a little bit more. I don't know. Feels like a weak move to me. That's a very long line. We just have the straightest of paths right here. And it seems like, once again, we're getting a whole bunch of these meadows. Not quite sure how I feel about meadows. They seem pretty decent, but at the same time, like, if I'm just gonna get my deck filled up with meadows, then is it really worth it? There's a village. If I was a village, where would I put myself? That was worded weirdly. Feels a bit odd to put like a whole stretch of villages here. I kind of want one like almost like the halfway point, but I also want to hit the village on this loop. So I guess maybe we just plop it there. I hope we actually hit that. Yeah, we did. Okay, that's good. There's a cemetery. I don't know where to put this. What if we put it next to the village? Does that do anything? Village into cemetery? No, doesn't seem like it. I'm just never not going to put a beacon that covers my home square now that I know that the bosses don't get like access to it. They don't get access to that attack speed buff. That's really good that they don't. Come on, game. Give me something good. Give me some delicious drops. I'd love to get a battlefield. A grove? I'm here for it. Plop down a meadow next to the beacon. Get a little bit of benefit from it. And we should get our first quest reward from the village. Something good? Yeah, not bad. Battlefield, yes. Give me that battlefield. That's a lot of enemies right there. I think we can handle it. There we go. That's a treasury. Finally. I was a little bit worried that we just didn't have treasuries anymore. What if we just use the beacon? I guess that technically works. We're not getting any benefit from it, but it definitely serves as a spot that we can put next to the treasury. And we put the spider cocoon there. I think that makes sense. We're gonna put a blood grove right here. Ooh. I don't know if that's actually better than this ring. It has more effects, but it's just vampirism and slightly more defense. 13% counter seems really good. Whatever. We'll go for it. We'll just send it. No biggie. One more meadow, please. I'll actually take it this time. Oh, rock. Okay, that's fine. Put the vampire mansion there. I don't know how I feel about the vampire mansions now that the vampires spawn enemies. It's a bit of a nuisance now. And there's our last meadow. Nice. Another grove? I think we'll put it there. I'm trying to think of where I want to put blood groves. I could put one there. Actually, if I put a grove there and put a blood grove here, that would also not be terrible. I don't know what that would do to the village, if anything, though. I want to put a blood grove there as well. Okay. Evasion. Counter and evasion. I think this ring's better than the one we have. I don't know about that ring. There's another vampire mansion. I don't really know where to put that vampire mansion. We can get a village. What's going on with the village? Oh, doesn't the vampire mansion do something to villages? Do we want that? I don't know. Oh. Bandit camp. Spawns a bandit on an adjacent tile every 2 days. Bandits prefer villages. Appears for every 2 village tiles. Ransacked village. The farmers couldn't fight off a hungry vampire. They could still fight you off, though. Spawns up to 4 ghouls once per loop. Transforms into something useful after 3 loops. That's reassuring, but I don't know if that's going to help me. I have a feeling that I'm just going to die to that tile now. Okay, well. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. Here we got a Blood Grove. I kind of want to put a Blood Grove there now. Let's hold off on placing this Blood Grove for now. We'll see if we get another forest. Blissful Ignorance deals you a full hand of Oblivion cards. Using Oblivion heals the hero by 10% of their max HP. 10% upon hit of stunning target for 1 second. Or Survivalist. If your HP drops below 30%, your regen doubles. I don't currently have any regen. I kind of hate all of these options, but Blissful Ignorance does seem really good. Or it seems like it could be good. Let's do this. Let's spawn the mountain. Let's spawn the grove. We're gonna put a Blood Grove there. We're gonna put a Spider Cocoon. I don't know. Maybe we don't worry about the Spider Cocoon or Vampire Mansion. Let's take the Blissful Ignorance. Now we have a full hand of Oblivion. Now, we can just use these to heal. 10% of our HP. But I also need to clear up some of my hands so that I actually have room for other things. Alright. Mountain tile. We're definitely getting rid of... I don't know how dangerous bandits are. I don't trust them. Get rid of them. We'll put a grove there. Why not? We also have a cemetery. Have we tried putting a cemetery next to... I guess you could see if it transforms, right? I don't want anything near this battlefield. We'll put a... I don't know. We'll put a cemetery there, I guess. I don't think that rings better. This is significantly better. Wow, that spider just like jumped out of nowhere and attacked me. Nice. Sadly, we can't use Oblivion in combat. Okay, there's another Blood Grove. We'll put it there, like we were planning on. And we'll see if we can take this army of ghouls down, yeah? This is not anywhere near as good as the ring that I have. Thank you, game. Neither is that sword. Alright. So we're going to be fighting 4 ghouls and a vampire. But they're going to have 15% less health because of the Blood Grove. Let's go. Ugh. I'm so glad I have that new armor that gives me 400 max HP. I think we'll be okay. It's gonna be a tough fight, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, he didn't even summon his bats this time. Interesting. Alright, we did it. We won the fight. get a little bit of healing out of that Oblivion. So I guess there's a limit to how many enemies can be in the field at the same time. We are taking a lot of damage. I think I'm gonna put another village down. It's not adjacent to the vampire mansion. Or not directly adjacent, so I'll get a little bit of healing out of it. We're gonna put a treasury out here. I don't know if that makes sense. Wonder what happens if we Oblivion a quest objective. Oh, we just fail it. Alright, fair enough. I guess we can't cheese that, huh? Womp womp, I guess. Alright, lots of rocks. Thank you, game. Okay. There's another battlefield. I do not want to overlap those. Very important. Alright, we should be able to make it to the camp. The question is going to be, are we going to try for another loop? That's a lot more defense. Normally I wouldn't have, but that's a lot more defense. We have no healing potions. There's another vampire mansion. I don't really like the idea of another vampire mansion. I kind of want to see what this ransacked village turns into, though. %60 less damage when hit unless it's attacking. That's kind of weird. I get 2 potions back, 657 health. But these ghouls are back, which means I'll have to do that fight again. Although last time that fight wasn't really that bad. Let's try it. Mostly because I think / hope these chests will be good for me. Vampirism shield. That ring is not good for me, but the shield is good for me. Goblin leader. 15% attack speed for all allies. There's a lot of enemies on the map all of a sudden. The good news is that most of these have 15% less health. thanks to the Blood Grove. That'll help. That's actually a lot of regen. Wow. 3.6 regen per second? Oh, it's seriously tempting. Like, I'll lose some of the damage to all. The counter evasion is nothing. I don't know, that's a tempting one. %17 vampirism? How much vampirism does that give me? Like 40-some%? Let's do it. Okay, 39%. That means as long as we be doing damage, we be healing. That means we need a sword with a big attack. I'd love to get a sword with a big attack. That's slightly bigger attack. It gives me 46% vampirism. There's going to be times now where I actually heal. So I have another village. We'll put that here. That's going to spawn another bandit camp, which we're... Let's see what it does. We'll see what the bandit camp does. Why not? I mean, it spawns a bandit every 2 days. I understand that part, but... Predicted buff every 3 seconds, which allows us to ignore direct damage once. Okay. We need something that does more damage. Alright, maybe we're going to want to use another Oblivion to heal ourselves a bit. That Blood Grove is dancing. Let's see what we get here. Skilled armor, defense is increased by 1 after every loop. That doesn't seem very useful. Hero leaves 10% of his findings in the camp when passing through the camp. That seems really good, but not at this point. Dominant mass, damage increased by 20% of defense value. So I have 16 defense, so that would be what? Like 4? I mean, it might matter more later on. Let's do Dominant Mass. These two seem like they would go pretty okay with one another, but obviously I can't take both, so we'll just take Dominant Mass. Alright. Do we want to hit another Oblivion just to be sure? What do we want to delete? I mean, I'd love to delete the ghouls, but that seems like a bit of a waste. All right, this is take 2. Well, we're actually doing pretty well. Yeah, maybe this fight isn't actually as bad as I think it is. 1.8% regen. I think our time to pivot into regen is gone. I think we're just looking for that big damage bonus now. Ooh. I didn't see this one coming. I was too busy looking at my equipment. Here, we're gonna switch to planning mode. That way we don't continue on. Okay. That was a lot. Where do I want to put the cemetery? I guess that works. I could put the vampire mansion here, but I don't know if I want anything to happen to this village. We are going to get some healing from this village. So that's good. I don't know. I don't think this is too terribly disastrous. It's just a little bit problematic. There we got more meadows. That's good. Because we're going to get healed here. We did have another one of those things spawn. But we can't really do anything about it. It's just the way... That's the price of using the Blood Grove, to weaken all of the other enemies, is that sometimes you have to deal with those big guys. That is significantly better. Keep in mind, we get a bonus to damage from high defense now. Alright. I was going to say this slime shouldn't be a big deal, but it's backed up by a vampire. Vampire is kind of a big deal. But we made it through. We even have another village. Okay. Do I want to try to put a blood grove down here? I wonder if blood groves affect the bosses. I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? So here's my rationale with putting a spider cocoon here. This wasteland is only one tile. That idea doesn't really work out too well because this spider cocoon is over here. Yeah, no, it doesn't really make too much sense. Never mind. I was going to say this wasteland here is going to fill up with spiders, and then having extra spider cocoons around it's not going to really matter too much, but it does. It does. All right, let's keep going. Pure damage and damage to all. I think I like the 17% vampirism. I think the 17% vampirism is working very well for me. For the most part. Okay, let's keep going. It's 18 to 28. It is more damage, but I lose a lot of my vampirism. I feel like I've overcommitted on vampirism now, as much as I hate to say it. that's a lot more HP. There's a little bit of defense, but that's okay. Got a nice little chunk of healing there. Treasury? Don't mind if I do. I'll plop that there. I still don't know how I feel about beacons. I feel like this is about the 5th time that I've said that. And yet, I'm still here not sure how I feel about them. Please be a good weapon. It's... not. Okay. Townsland. This village is thriving under the vampire's protection, and its inhabitants are very generous. Heals 105 upon entering. Gives you a quest with a better reward. So that's more than double the normal village. Okay. Alright. I see. So you spend 3 loops, like, struggling to deal with it, and it's very dangerous, and then it turns into something very good. Okay. Now, the problem is that I don't know how many more loops I have left. I think this is going to be my last loop one way or another, so I don't really have the time to generate a bunch of counts lands. Marginally more vampirism. Alright, well, apparently we're pivoting to the damage to all play. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We are fighting a lot of enemies now. Speaking of a lot of enemies, wow. There's a lot of enemies there. Ooh. I'm kind of glad I did damage to all there. Counter? Yeah, we lose some of our damage to all, but we get a lot more HP. There's another grove. I was hoping to find another blood grove, though. We're going to Oblivion that tile. I feel like there's way too much stuff there. Well, there's our blood grove. So that's pretty neat. And another treasury. I don't think we're gonna be getting that one open, though, unfortunately. I think we're gonna struggle to get this one open. That's literally a brick of stats. I don't think so. I think I disagree, game. I think I disagree with that armor. Yeah, I kind of feel like we've kind of pivoted away from vampirism really fast, didn't we? Oh well. Getting close to another level. Ooh. Not really what I wanted to see here. Ooh, hold on. Wait. That was actually really good. Yeah, that's better. This shield, that's better. This shield, higher defense. I don't know if that shield's better. Pure damage, defense, and counter. It is extra defense. That's actually a lot of defense. We do more damage with higher defense. It's important to keep in mind. This is all really good. Attack speed? Did I lose my attack speed for more regen? Or no, I'm gaining a bunch of attack speed for vampirism. I think it's worth it. I could be wrong about that. That might be a mistake. That might be my first mistake this entire game. It's not. It's far from it. Far from my first mistake. Might be my last mistake, though, depending on how things go. No, that actually went really well. Let's crack open that treasury. Equivalent damage. I guess we could put a blood grove there. I don't know how I feel about... No, I do know how I feel about blood groves. Blood groves are just really good. Basically, for a chance to fight something really strong occasionally, that may drop really good loot, enemies around it are 15% weaker. Or at least they have 15% less HP. That's just a good thing. That's just a benefit. Ooh. Well, you look like a friendly sort of fellow. Hey, I don't remember you. You don't look like a local. That's because I'm not. I see. And you think you can just wander these parts without consequences. Times are rough, you know. Nothing to bite, nothing to wet one's whistle, and we have to deal with strangers who have no sympathy for our poverty. What, you think you're better than us? No. Did I guess right? Is that the correct answer? Because I'm getting the impression that this is one of these cases where my answer has zero influence on what happens next. What is this, a Telltale game? Well, you've got insight. It's the only thing that will keep today. 5% chance to destroy a hero's item when attacking. Don't do that. I would really rather you not do any of that. Please don't destroy something good. Oh no, those guys are actually kind of tough. Oh, no, they're not. Never mind, I lied. Come to think of it, murderers and thieves are part of this world too. If my mission is to return everything back to normal, should I be happy they're appearing again? It's an interesting moral quandary. On the other hand, being disgusted with murder and theft is also a part of this world. So I guess I don't owe it to anyone to be happy. The land is healing? There is so much going on now. I think I got these from something. They don't look better. Okay. That is a lot of regen. And all we do is lose the evasion? Is that worth it? I mean, it is 11% evasion. That's 1 in 10. I mean, it's not. It's literally 1 in 11. That's how math works. I feel like the damage regen might be more reliable, though. I could be wrong about that. We're about to come up on a bunch of healing, though, from these villages, so maybe it doesn't matter. Or, you know, we'll just get a better weapon and it's not going to matter at all. Fair enough, game. You got me. Okay, we got a quest. We got a bunch of healing. You got a weapon, which is not better. We got some armor that is... I don't think that's any better either. Okay. Well, let's fight the big guy. Alright. Is there anything here that's better? Anything sticking out to me? I mean, the sword's just better. Definitely. Not so much the shield. Blade of Dawn. Every morning a hero's sword is filled with sunlight, causing its next attack to deal ×2 damage to all. That's a... That's a weird effect. I don't know how I feel about that effect. So I do a single attack that does double damage in one encounter, in one fight. It could be against a whole squad of enemies, or it could be against one slime. Of course, I don't really have much in the way of regen either. I mean, I guess why not the Blade of Dawn, yeah? Alright, we have a couple more meadows. There we go. Oh, there's the Blade of Dawn. Guess that's pretty good. Kind of running out of space to put mountains. I'm gonna start putting mountains over here just to open up this treasury, because I think this is going to be... I think this is good enough for this loop. This loop. What am I playing? Outer Wilds now? You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about the Blade of Dawn. That damage seems significant. Maybe I'm wrong about this being my last loop in general. I'm doing really good. Wow. Okay. There we go. We've cracked open the vault. We do have this big fight coming up, though. Not that bad. Interesting. There's our quest reward. Not that much better. And there's our heal. Alright. If we do another loop, we will probably have to fight the boss. I mean, it went really well last time. We want to try it this time, though. We have a lot of stuff. I think we go back. I think we back off. So we can actually afford to upgrade them some things. That's pretty neat. But I want to build things. No, not you. I want to build a farm. there. Did you notice how strangely this oblivion affects our senses? Hunger, for example. You could go for days without food and you still won't be hungry. Still, that doesn't mean you should quit eating altogether. Our farmer swears he'll be able to grow some stable crops, but it will take some time. I'm curious to see what he can grow without any sunlight. Unlocks the wheat fields card. Supply depot. Unlocks the supply feature. From now on, you'll start finding useful supply items for people in the camp. Interesting. Cemetery. Can resurrect the hero if you upgrade it. Brings us to the crypt, which we can't see what it does. We can't see what any of this stuff does. Refuge. In these dire times, it's your duty to offer help to the needy. Can only be built next to a field kitchen. Unlocks a new class, the Rogue. Let's do that. There are exiles even in an exile hero. Don't get to go too hard on the lost souls who found respite in wine and gambling. Why don't you take a seat and pick yourself a poison to drink? But I'm not here for the... That's strange. This place and this life, it all feels so familiar. Now we're talking. So you found a living on the road, a bit of robbery maybe, or collecting bounties for some unlucky soul. So just somebody else knew and did all this, and now I have their knowledge and skills, and somehow I literally have 2 aces in my sleeve now. And this quote purse. I think I stole it too. I think our hero has a bit of a kleptomaniac. Ah, wait, that's my purse! You don't believe me? Oh well. Feel free to come by if you want to discuss your new trade. I didn't become this good with knives by working in the kitchen, you know. Okay. I'm out of juice. But that did unlock the rogue class. Okay. Collects trophies by killing enemies in combat and exchanges them for items at the campfire. Starts with 5% vampirism, plus 10 to stat bonuses of the same type that comes from 2 or more equipment items. The effects stack. Starts 10% to stat bonuses of the same type that comes from 2 or more equipment items. So he gets 10% more of a particular stat as long as it's on 2 equipment items. And they have vampirism built in. It looks like they have vampirism instead of regen. And it looks like they have 2 weapons and a boot gear instead of a ring slot. Okay. Interesting. Now we have wheat fields. Can only be placed next to a village. Okay. Plus 5 times loop HP to healing in the adjacent villages. Spawns a scarecrow every 4 days. Wonder why I would ever want a swamp. Maybe it has some synergy with some of the other tiles? I don't know. Do I want to give up for the wheat fields, though? The cemetery? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, the cemetery, both the cemetery and the spider cocoon, other than spawning enemies, they seem to be, like, a bit out of sorts. I mean, the beacon too, kind of, but I can kind of see the use for the beacon. Especially because you get that plus 20% damage attack speed, or 20% attack speed. And the bosses don't, apparently. I think I want wheat fields. 3 days. Spawns a scarecrow every 4 days. Let's do that. I think that makes sense. Oh, you can have, like, different decks built in. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll try the villages with the wheat fields. Why not? And we'll test out the rogue, too. We might as well. Let's go. Oh, right. We don't need a shield. Okay. Well, I guess it is what it is. Well, I'm glad our first card is a Blood Grove. And a Vampire Mansion. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? So, we want a village. We want the village to be next to the Vampire Mansion to turn into the fancy village. Okay, I think... This is gonna be... this is gonna be weird. I feel like fighting vampires this early is a bad idea. Let's get through this area first. Let's see what happens. Why not? We might get a cool weapon. Or we'll just get another Vampire Mansion. Sure. Why not, game? Let's put a Vampire Mansion over here, too. Why not? Right there? Yeah, we'll put one right there. Here. There's a method to my madness, I think. I think there's a method to my madness. This may be a very bad idea. Especially if we don't get, like, a better piece of equipment soon. There's a treasury. That's pretty neat. Wheat fields. Yeah, we'll put a wheat field. Oh, that does just, like, drop a bunch of things, doesn't it? Okay. Boots. Attack speed, crit damage, evasion? Okay. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna see what happens. I was hoping to get a Blood Grove down before we got to this point, but it is what it is, I guess. Here's hoping. Crossing my fingers. We're just jumping into the frying pan here. Let's go. I wish I had more vampirism. Surprisingly, we survived. Now we just have to survive this fight every single time. Okay, I think I understand how this works now, and I have complicated feelings about it. So it seems like we are way less likely to get equipment, and instead we get trophies, which we then exchange at the camp. Which I think the game probably told me this, but I don't listen to things. But yeah, you can see, like, I'm getting a lot of trophies, but no equipment. I don't really like that. I don't know if I like the battleground being there. But we did get a level, so let's see. For each missing 10% HP, the hero has a 0.5% chance to attack for 1,000 damage, or 1,000% damage. I don't like that. I don't like that. Give me new traits. 10% chance to keep the card after placing it. 1 max HP for each trophy he gets. That could be really good. I don't know if that's really good for, like... That'd be... I mean, I guess if you're going to take it, you take it early. Yeah? Yeah, let's take it. Let's see what happens. I could do another village. I don't think I'm going to do another vampire village, though. Just put a village there, get a little bit of healing. I kind of hate that that spawned a bandit camp there, but it's whatever. Let's put... I don't know if I like that. Well, I'm committed now, so it's fine. That gives us a little bit of healing, and it gives us a quest. Oblivion? That could be handy. Let's prepare to put another blood grove there. We may eventually try to turn this village into another Count's Land, but I don't think we're going to do it anytime soon. I want the first one to change first, yeah? Go. Free treasury, that's pretty nice. I mean, I guess it wasn't free. I had to work for it. So, the spider cocoon. I kind of want to nestle it there. But I also want a blood grove near there. Whatever, that's fine. I wonder if I destroyed this grove, would it disable the blood grove? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if I'm curious enough to find out. Alright, well, we survived another round. That's good. And our prizes... Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Because you lose, like, a lot of equipment. Alright, well, move forward. See what's in this chest. Oh, it died. The good news about the rogue is that it seems extremely high damage. Seems like it's really handy that way. Yeah, we're doing a lot here. Really wish you were attacking the vampire. But it didn't matter. We managed to survive without any problems. So what is this scarecrow? 30% of this creature's damage is dealt to everyone on the battlefield. Huh. Also, they do a lot of damage. Nice. Guess we'll put that there. That seems like a bad idea, but we'll see what happens. This is fine. We're fine. We're past the most dangerous part. Nah. Keep going. We should probably put a spider cocoon over here. We should put something over here so that we're not just walking long distances with nothing happening. We may not survive. We may not survive. Let's Oblivion this encounter, because that's a lot of spiders. Oh. Okay, Harvey. I get it. I understand. Thank you for your input. You've been a big help. But, we made it. Barely. Okay. So, we now have Count's Land. Heals a bunch of health. That's good. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the rogue. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Alright, well that kind of made my decision for me. My folks are doing dinner, so I'm going to go join them. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the rogue. I don't know how I feel about not getting any equipment for an entire loop. I don't know how I feel about it just doesn't feel like I have any regeneration. That might just be because of the equipment we have. We do get like extra from any equipment that like we have, but I don't know. We're gonna call this a loop hero. Actually, no. Yeah. Yeah, none of the class stats have any regen. The only healing that he has is the 5% vampirism, the healing he gets from villages, and the healing he gets from like exiting or like going to the camp. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream, folks. I might be back after dinner with some other game. Maybe we'll play some Dyson Sphere program after dinner. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. But this is going to be it for Loop Hero for today. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I think the game autosaves. Yeah, the game autosaves. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And until... Why does it look like there's like a gap on the side of the screen? Has that been there the whole time? Hold on. No, that is just the game. Okay, I thought like, so I have it in windowed mode, and I thought like maybe the like pixelation on the left-hand side of the screen was like my desktop clipping through, but it's not. All right. Anyway, I've delayed my departure long enough. Until next time, folks. Happy gaming.